Do you ever watch Raw at all or SmackDown?
I haven't watched in a long time, but yeah, I was watching. Kind of.
Is there anybody new guys that you like that you see?
Well, the new guys that I did like, they're not really new anymore.
Like who are you talking about?
Bray Wyatt. I thought he was incredible, man. I love everything about that kid.
Yeah, well, he's the champ right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I love everything about him, man.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have worked with him.
He's a big boy too. He's deceptively big. Like you see him on TV, you see him up
super
close.
Athletic.
Yes,
he can go. I love that kid.
Yeah,
he can run his mouth too.
Yeah, he's a lot like you. He can go as a big man. He can work.
And I just like him. I think he's a funny.
Good old boy, yeah.
he's really, nothing real pretentious about him.
Yeah.
Just kind of, just wants to go and work, have good matches, and I think he's just super talented. But he'd be at the top of my list. And Titus is my boy.
Yeah, man.
I would love to go and do something with him, whether it's against him or tag with him. But I'd love to just so I can say that we did.
Yeah.
We've never gotten a chance to work together.
Yeah, you've helped him over the years, help him get in there and stuff.
He always gives me way more credit than I deserve.
Okay.
I always say that because I didn't really do anything other than tell him what he needed to do, and then he did it all on his own. But just because we were friends way before he got into wrestling, when he was still playing football, actually. And so, but he always gives me a lot, I think, more credit than I deserve.
Oh, yeah.
And I've given him advice over the years, but some of it he's taken, some of it he hasn't. I told him he should have left the WWE,
When he got suspended?
After he got suspended, I said, dude, I would have been out of there.
You didn't like that idea, huh?
No, I hated it, because I thought that was a conversation. Vince should have pulled him aside and said, don't ever do that again. And it never would have happened again. That should have been a man-to-man thing if he had such an issue with it. Which I could see the point where he may. It was just, bad timing. But Vince is a playful guy, we're always grabbing each other, he always wants to wrestle. And, once you get somebody in the mindset that you guys are on those terms, that's just what it is, man. Don't, change your mind just because, the timing.
Because it was in front of the crowd.
He was embarrassed. That's when you pull somebody aside. I think, especially a guy like Titus, who's, super loyal. He loves that company.
Good heart.
Good heart, man. He does so much. You pull him aside and give him the benefit of the doubt. Say, hey, man, don't do that again. Bad choice, man. Don't.
This is when he grabbed Vince on the stage in front of everybody. Then he was suspended for 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, and the guy doesn't have any bad intentions in his heart, man. He's just such a good guy. And so I hated to see it, and I felt like that was such a slap in the face. Man, I really felt like they just spit right in his face. Because they suspended him right through WrestleMania.
Right,
yeah. You don't do that. Guy busts his ass all year long, and then you take that away from him over something that should have been. But not only did he not talk to him and tell him, you shouldn't have done that, man, but he suspended him. But he didn't even do it personally. He had somebody else do it. And then he fined him, and he didn't have.
Yeah.
He's just,
Yeah.
You man up. That's when you man up and you talk to your guys, especially your guys who, he's just so loyal to the company.
Right.
You give him that respect to saying, man,
Problem is, if he does walk away, where does he go? That's the.
Oh man, easily he could coach football.
Right.